How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Well, I saw a very disturbing video on a social media site. It was actually the one that's owned by that guy from South Africa, and there was a video of it took place in a restaurant. And it was a man just screaming at this woman that he was with. Now, keep in mind, they also had a very small child. I'm talking maybe 2 years old at the most. Okay? And this guy is screaming at her, and he's picking up things off the table and throwing it at her. And I know what it said at the beginning of the video. I mean, whoever posted it, they said it was because she dared to talk to some black people that were there. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't care what the reason is. I don't care what the reason is. To treat another person that way. To treat another person that way. In public, no less. In public. If he treats her that way in public, what does he do in private? That woman is not safe. Not safe at all. And I seriously hope she gets out of that situation. I seriously hope she gets out of that situation. And it didn't let up at all. Screaming all kinds of obscenities. It was, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing in a public place. I could not believe it. And generally, yes, it is more often men that do that to women. Sometimes it's the other way around. But for the most part, no. It's a man who's going to do that to a woman. And that's not right at all. And my question is, for the other men that were there, why did you allow that to go on? Why did nobody call the police in a situation like that? Nobody called the police. I mean, that woman is clearly in danger. If he's going to treat her that way in public, what is going to happen behind closed doors? And with that little child having to experience that in public, how does he treat that baby in private? There's something very not right there. Very not right. I mean, how people could just allow that to happen. Nobody called the police. They made the video. And you know what? That video, it does need to be seen. So I'm glad somebody made that video, but somebody else should have been on their phone calling the police. And quite frankly, I think some of the other men, like actual men who would not behave that way, should have stood up and put a stop to it. I know plenty of guys who would not have just let it happen. Everybody that was there that day, though, they let it happen. Why? Why? What if that was your sister or your daughter that was in a relationship like that? So I tell you what, put my sister or my daughter in a situation like that, we're really going to have problems problems. And I've got problems as it is with this guy. But we're really going to have problems if it's my sister or my daughter. Because there is no way that I would ever tolerate that. And no excuse for behavior like that. But, I guess if you're a true alpha male, I guess that's what you do, though, right? You got to prove that you're the alpha, that you're the dominant one, that you're in charge, right? You have to prove that you're the man. Right. That's not how you do it. That is not how you do it. And it shouldn't come as any surprise that we've got guys like that out there, especially considering our political climate lately, where, a guy who is an adjudicated rapist and has cheated on all of his wives and has said made disgusting sexual comments about his own daughter, and has bragged about sexual assault. When he has already been the president of the United States and he wants the job again, it should come as no surprise that we've got guys like that out there. People who support him, look up to him. And then when his running mate this time around, I don't remember when he made these comments, but it's been relatively recent. By relatively recent, I'm talking like within the last 5 years or so, right? When he had said that, that a woman shouldn't get out of an abusive relationship. That, yeah, mom and dad might be happier if they split up, but, the kids, and even in an abusive relationship, it's not better for the kids. Really? Isn't it? You want to perpetuate that cycle, huh? Because I tell you what, I don't care. Is that child a boy or is that child a girl? Doesn't matter. If you've got a girl, your child is a little girl. And she grows up seeing the way her father treats her mother. And her expectation is that's the way she needs to be treated. She's supposed to be treated that way. That's what you're teaching your daughters. What are you teaching your sons? That's how you're supposed to treat a woman. That's how you treat them. This is perfectly normal and acceptable behavior. That's what you're teaching them. But, yeah, you need to stay together for the kids, right? No. I mean, in certain circumstances, yeah, it's better to stay together for the kids. But in a situation like that, no. It's better to split up for the kids. Because I tell you what, that is not a father figure. Certainly not one that you would want them to have or one that you should want them to have. I really hope that the woman in that video is able to find a way out. I hope that she discovers the strength to leave, to get out, and I hope that she's able to make it on her own. And eventually find somebody that won't treat her that way. Because that's just absolutely disgusting. And I'll tell you what, men, if you see that happening, step up and put a stop to it. And women, if you're ever in that kind of a situation, please get out of it. That is not normal. That is not natural. You deserve better. So, yeah, don't ever treat someone like that. And if you're in a relationship where you are the one being treated that way, get out. Seriously. For your own good and really for the good of everybody involved. Get out. And that, the person that is abusing you, tell you what, they're the problem, not you. And for the politicians that, they think that, and they even say as much that, a woman's place is in the home. Yeah, well, not if the home is like that. Nobody belongs in a home like that. And, if you're going to say that, women should be housemakers, homemakers, and housekeepers and whatnot, there's nothing wrong with making that choice if that's what you want to do. But it's because of situations like that I absolutely support women having skills outside of the house, marketable skills outside of the house. Because, even if you're not in that type of a situation, there's nothing wrong with you earning money on your own anyway. But especially if you're in that type of a situation. Yeah. Again, get out. Don't stick around because it will not get better. It will only get worse. Don't let it get worse. Get out. See you next time.